A manhunt is on for two armed robbers. I'm Robert Carter, and this is NJNtv. Gardendale police are looking for two men who robbed the Advance Auto Parts store Wednesday night. They entered the store on Fieldstown Road right at closing time. The robbers were wearing Halloween masks and capes. They ordered three store employees to hit the ground and took an undetermined amount of cash. The robbers then fled south on Grubbs Avenue to a parking lot outside of Gardendale First Baptist Church, where they had a car waiting. Police say one of the suspects is a black male, but have no description of his accomplice. Police Chief Mike Walker said at least 3 shots were fired, but no one was injured. Walker says, quote, "We'd like to get them in the house pretty quick." After 2 years of protests and legal wrangling, a state agency has approved a permit for a surface coal mine near Kimberly. The Alabama Surface Mining Commission issued the permit last week to RJR Mining of Coleman. It allows the company to mine for 5 years at 8800 Bill Jones Road. The site was once within the town limits but was de-annexed in January 2008. That opened the way for RJR to file for the mining permit. A group called the North Jefferson Community Action League has opposed the mine from the beginning and plans to request a hearing with the state within the 30 days allowed for comment after the permit approval. Former Kimberly Mayor Ralph Lindsay also plans on appealing the decision personally. Organizers are taking the next step toward a new library in Warrior. The North Jefferson Blunt Regional Library Foundation will hold a book sale at the former National Guard Armory on Cane Creek Road. That's the site of the proposed regional library. The foundation's been working on this for months to raise money for the old armory and turn it into a library with additional space for books, a computer lab, and meeting rooms. Librarian Faye Pugh says the current library is overcrowded and wouldn't even have room for all their books if they were all checked back in at one time. The book sale will take place on October 30th and 31st. Book donations can be dropped off at the current library on 1st Street anytime during library hours or at the Armory on the 2 days prior to the sale. Sports and weather in just a minute, but first a look at the NJN community calendar. In sports, Monday and Tuesday were the days for area volleyball tournaments, and most local teams were knocked out in the first round. The exception was Hayden. They scored a mild upset over Irwin in their first round match at the Class 5A Area 11 tournament at Springville. They'll move on to the regional at McAdory on Saturday, where they will face Curry in the first round. And it's time for Week 8 in high school football with Walker at Mortimer Jordan as the NJN big game this week. Here's the volleyball results and the football schedule on a roll. In weather, we may finally be drying out, but it's turning much cooler. The NJN 4-day forecast calls for a slight chance of showers on Saturday, but otherwise clear and cool. Highs will not get out of the 50s until Monday when they hit 68 degrees. Nighttime lows will dip down into the upper 30s, and we can't rule out a chance of a light frost in a few locations over the weekend. Next week looks to be clear and a bit warmer. Coming up in Saturday's edition, we update the search for those armed robbery suspects in Gardendale. The Kimberly Town Council tables measures regarding electronic bingo, and the Jefferson County DA asked them to consider not allowing the games. And in sports, we'll recap Hayden's trip to the high school volleyball regionals as well as Week 8 in football. All that and much more in Saturday's edition of the North Jefferson News. And that is NJNtv for Thursday, October 15th. Come on over and see our Facebook page. You might even want to become a friend. And check out our website at njeffersonnews.com and follow our Twitter feed at NorthJeffNews. I'm Robert Carter. So long